Okay, so very quickly, I just want to go over the numbers of the fingers on your hands. So the thumbs are finger number 1, then we have finger number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so on the right hand, the thumb is finger number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and similarly on the left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to be mentioning these finger numbers fairly frequently, so it's good for you to know what numbers I'm referring to. Now I want you to start by finding the C sharp. Okay, so this is a C. Notice there are 2 black notes next to each other here. The note to the left of those, the white note here, is called a C, and if we just go to the black note next to it, that's a C sharp. That's the note I'm looking for. And if you want to know which octave, if you start from the bottom of the piano keyboard and work your way up, it's the 4th one. Okay, so this is the 4th C sharp from the bottom. Okay, your second finger, finger number 2, is going to be playing that C sharp. Okay, so now, from that C sharp, I want you to look at the 3 black notes to the left of that, and the one right in the middle, that's called a G sharp. Finger number 1, or your thumb, is going to be hitting that note. Okay? So finger number 1 will be hitting G sharp, then finger number 2 will be hitting C sharp, and then finger number 4 will be hitting this E. E is the white note that's right to the right of these 2 black notes. Now I want you to play those 3 notes in sequence. G sharp, C sharp, E. And again, the fingers you're going to use are finger 1, 2, 4. Now I want you to play those 3 notes 8 times in a row. Now, what is the left hand doing while you're playing those notes? Well, the left hand starts with a C sharp that's 1 octave lower than the one in your right hand. The thumb plays that C sharp, and at the same time, your pinky, or finger number 5, plays the C sharp 1 octave lower. From there, you're going to move both fingers down 1 whole step to the B, which is right here. Okay, so it's C sharp, B. Now let's try both hands together. Let's go back to the right hand. So after playing this sequence 8 times, we're then going to just change our finger position slightly. The thumb, instead of playing a G sharp, is going to play an A. So it's going to be okay, so we have and then from here, we're going to use finger 1 on the A, finger 3 on the D, and finger 5 on the F sharp. So from the A, we're going to go A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, A, D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. And with the finger numbers, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. Okay, now let's go back to the left hand. Remember, we're starting with C sharp to B, and then we're going to go down one whole step to the A, and then down to the F sharp. Again, C sharp, B, A, and then to the F sharp. Okay, let's do the left and right hands together and get the timing right. Okay, one more part in the right hand. Okay, so after we do the A, we now go to G sharp, C, F sharp from the A. Okay, now, this is the trickiest part because each one of these sequences is different. So like we just did, we have G sharp, C, F sharp, and then G sharp again, but this time C sharp, E. Okay, let's just do those two together. G sharp, C, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E. And with the finger numbers, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 4. So we have G sharp, C, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E, G sharp, C sharp, D sharp. Okay, let's do that one more time and we'll go into the very last sequence of 3 notes. And then we have F sharp, C, D sharp. Okay, let's do all 4 of those one more time. G sharp, C, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E, G sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, C, D sharp. And now let's finish up the left hand and then we'll put it all together. So back to the beginning of the left hand, we have C sharp in octaves, to B, to A, to F sharp, and then this end is easy in the left hand. It just goes to G sharp, and then plays it again, G sharp. So in other words, that last part we just learned for the right hand, all we're playing in the left hand is the pair of G sharps twice. So let's just do that last part, left and right hands together. Okay, now from the beginning. Now we do want to add some pedal to this song, and we're basically going to press down on the pedal every time that we change our left hand. So every time we make that change, we're going to release and then press down on the pedal, but only about halfway down. We don't want to press all the way down on the pedal. We just want to add a little sustain, not too much. Okay, so I'm going to go through it one more time, and I'm just going to say pedal every time I'm pressing down on the pedal. And just remember, I'm releasing and pressing down right before I say that word pedal. Okay, so pedal. 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 Okay, a couple subtle things. In this song, it's nice to give a very, very slight pause as you go from one part to the next, meaning whenever you change the bass notes. So let me do it again, pointing out when I'm going to do that. So we have. Slight pause. Slight pause. 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 Notice how I slow down a little towards the end of this as I go into the next part. One more thing, we do want to play this part of the song very, very softly. So let me do it one more time, stressing the fact that it's soft, keeping the pedal, and also adding in those little pauses. But this time I'm not going to speak so that you could hear exactly how it should sound. Okay, so now if you're a beginner, the way that I just did it is perfectly fine. I just played the left hand using fingers 1 and 5 for each of those pairs of bass notes. But if you're a little bit more advanced, you might want to change up the fingering in the left hand just a little bit. And I'm going to give you that modified fingering now. Again, if you're a beginner, you could just move on to the next lesson at this point. If you want to have a fingering that I like to use a little bit more, you could continue and watch the rest of this video. So let's just go over the left hand. So remember, the first notes are these C sharps, which I'm using fingers 1 and 5 for. But actually, it's a little nicer to use fingers 1 and 4 instead, because that allows you the flexibility to move to the next pair of notes a little more easily. So we're going to use fingers 1 and 4 here, and then when we go to the next pair of bass notes, it's going to be 1 and 5, but we're quickly going to switch fingers to 4. So let me show you just those two again. So we start with 1 and 4, to 1 and 5, switch to 4. To 1 and 5, switch to 4. To 1 and 5. Okay, let me just do that part again. 1 and 4, to 1 and 5, switch to 4. To 1 and 5, switch to 4. To 1 and 5. And now for the last part, we're going to do 1 and 4, and then 1 and 5, switching the 1 to a 2. Again, 1 and 4, and then 1 and 5, switching the 1 to a 2. That's going to prepare us to get into the next part more easily. Now let's see what that looks like with the left and right hands together.